D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So I'm coming at you today with this article from The Direct, and this is going to be talking about Star Wars: The Acolyte. I have problems with this show already, and we'll get into that when we get to it, when they talk about the people involved in this show. But I have to be honest with you. I don't know how I feel about this show. I don't, because it comes from the High Republic days. And if I didn't read, I only read like 3 of those comic books because I was like, I can't be bothered with this nonsense. It's so stupid. And the people at Lucasfilm, if they're involved in that little team that wanted dinosaurs in Star Wars, they don't understand Star Wars. I have a feeling that anytime Kathleen Kennedy gets gets her spoon in the pot, that's when it's going to be bad. It's just not going to be that great. And and I have a feeling that she had her spoon in this pot. Okay, but I want to talk about it a little bit, and we're going to get into it a tiny bit, guys. So it says Disney Plus makes Star Wars history with the Acolyte's groundbreaking story. And I'm like, how can you say that? How can you say that it's a groundbreaking story? Nobody's seen it. Like, come on. All right. So it says Dafne Keen, she played X-23 in Logan. Logan's a very good movie. Dafne Keen did a good job, but she like barely talked in that movie. So I'm like, whatever. Anyways, Dafne Keen teased that the upcoming Star Wars Disney Plus show, The Acolyte, will move the franchise into bold new territory to become the first of its kind for Disney Plus and Lucasfilm. Okay, I guess so. Logan's Dafne Keen was revealed to be joining the all-star cast, which features the likes of Squid Game's Lee Jung-jae and Matrix Carrie-Anne Moss, and many more. I did a video on Jing Jung-jae, or Lee Jung-jae. You guys can check that video out. Let me get into this. Okay, so getting Lee Jung-jae and Carrie-Anne Moss and then some other people in that show, great get. Even the Dafne Keen girl, although all I've seen her in it was Logan, and like I said before, she barely talked, but good get, because I love Carrie-Anne Moss, and Lee Jung-jae, even though I only know him in Squid Games, he did a good job, and I enjoyed that and his performance. But just because you get good actors does not mean you're going to have a good show. I mean, look at Andor. I mean, although Stellan Skarsgård's parts are probably like the best parts in that show. So there's that. And then look at Obi-Wan, Jesus. Ugh. And, but yeah, okay. So it says, little is known about the plot of the mysterious series, though showrunner Leslie Headland, who I will talk about in just 2 seconds, previously teased that the show will build upon why the Jedi Order acts the way it does in The Phantom Menace. And I have problems with Leslie Headland. She was an assistant to Harvey Weinstein, and She knew what Harvey Weinstein was up to. I'm sorry. She said, apparently she was only assistant for a year, but listen, as someone that was someone's assistant, and not a personal assistant, I was just an assistant to an organization. I knew so much information. Like I knew bank account numbers. I knew where the schedule, where people were going every day. I knew who they were talking to on the phone. Most of the time. I mean, it's not like it's a secret. So I'm sorry. She knew. If Meryl Streep knew, she knew. So she sucks. Anyways, and this whole thing about why the Jedi Order acts the way it does, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be, a man's fault and a woman's going to figure it out, because that's how it is at Star Wars these days. Now, King teased that the show is unlike anything that has been done before in Star Wars. Doubt it. Speaking to Tech Radar, Dafne King revealed further details about the upcoming Disney Plus Star Wars show, The Acolyte, which seems to be eyeing a 2024 release window. I mean, I'll be watching it because I'll cover Star Wars, but I'm pretty sure it's not groundbreaking. Anyways, during a press junket for the upcoming season of His Dark Materials, the star was asked if there was anything she could reveal about the highly anticipated Star Wars project. As many Star Wars fans know, The Acolyte will take audiences to a time before the events of episodes 1 through 3, roughly 100 years prior to The Phantom Menace. Keen joked that she could reveal that the show is a prequel when asked about what she could divulge. Whilst the actress was understandably reluctant to give too much away, Keen confirmed that The Acolyte marks the historic feat of being the franchise's first Sith-led project. Ooh, I mean, did we already know that? Did we already know that a Sith was going to be the main lead because it's called The Acolyte? Oh, it doesn't matter. No, I mean, as you know, it's set 100 years before the prequel movies, and it's kind of an explanation of how the Sith infiltrate the Jedi. It's a Sith-led story which has never been done before. It's been really fun to film. The cast is amazing, and the director and the crew are just lovely. The whole experience is wonderful, and I'm already excited for people to see it. Of course, she's gonna brag up this show and say it's like the best thing ever made by Star Wars and Lucasfilm, but she has nothing to back that up. I mean, anyways. Okay. Keen revealed that the show will explain how the Sith infiltrated the Jedi Order, eventually bringing about its demise, as depicted in George Lucas's Revenge of the Sith. I mean, yeah, but okay. Anyways, these comments also echo those of the Acolyte showrunner Leslie Headland, who earlier in the year, Leslie confirmed that the show would be told from the perspective of antagonists, and that this point of view lines up with her own love of the era when these bad guys were essentially the underdogs prior to the fall of the Republic and Jedi Order. I don't really think the Sith are really like good guys and underdogs to be rooting for. Like, there's a difference between the Jedi and the Sith. I mean, the Jedi aren't perfect, but the Sith are pretty bad. I mean, come on. I mean, the Emperor, Lord Sidious created the Empire. So, I mean, it's not like the Sith are good people. So, I mean, anyways. But then again, she's worked for a piece of shit anyways. And I think, okay, and let me read the rest of this, and then I'll tell you my opinion after these two notes. The writer also revealed that she knew the timeline really well. I was coming at it as a fan who was much more into the RPG role-playing games that the extended universe feeds on, which totally could. Okay, anyways, let me finish this. I came hard at that in the 90s and then got introduced to the animated series, The Clone Wars. I knew the timeline really well, and I was like, I think if you want to explore Star Wars from the perspective of the bad guys, the best time to do it is when the bad guys are wildly outnumbered, when they actually are essentially the underdogs, or lack of a better term. So this would be that era. Okay, at least she understands that saying they're essentially the underdogs is not the best term to use for the Sith. And also, listen, one thing I do, okay, let's get rid of the fact that she was Harvey Weinstein's assistant. All right, let's get that out of the way. Okay. She's a fan, which I appreciate. And I love how she talks about she was into the RPGs. The RPGs are fantastic, you guys. I suggest you check them out. I played them. I was always a Twi'lek bounty hunter. And I think that that's a good place to come from. In terms, and I love that she mentioned the extended universe, which is now Legacies, because they got rid of all that crap because that was such a bad idea. Sorry, I needed some coffee to get pumped for this story some more. And I just want to say that if this show is good, I will be the first to tell you. I'll tell you straight up, it's good. I just don't have faith in it right now because, again, it's because Kathleen Kennedy. It's not necessarily because of this Headland woman. Did you watch that doll show? What was it called? Like Paper Doll or something like that. On Netflix, got 2 seasons where a woman just basically Groundhog's Day. It was not very good. It was like okay for the first couple of episodes, and then after this first season, you're just like, how are you going to keep doing this? This is ridiculous. Anyways, okay, how will Star Wars fan favorite era look on screen? Whilst there is still much secrecy surrounding the Acolyte, the cast and crew have done a great job at releasing little nuggets of information over the course of its production period. Furthermore, given the love now shown to the prequels, fans are bound to be excited to explore events that tie so closely into that time period. This is especially after showrunner Leslie Headland revealed her own long-term love of the expanded universe, which I love the expanded universe also. I don't love everything in the expanded universe, but Yeah, anyways. Love the expanded universe, which is something that will spark excitement for fans who share a love for the Star Wars Legends timeline. See, they mentioned it's the Legends timeline now. Like it's not canon anymore, which sucks because some of the stuff they did in the expanded universe is really, really good. And they just totally just like, you're just like, doesn't exist anymore. And you're like, I can't forget about it just because you said it doesn't exist anymore. I'm like, it wasn't the best choice, but I understand their choice. I really do, but it just was not a good choice in my opinion. Anyways, of course, the publishing initiative, the High Republic has been filling out the events in the galaxy far, far away prior to the Skywalker saga. However, any on-screen content for this time period has been limited to short YouTube videos, and fans will look forward to seeing how it is brought to life on Disney Plus. I personally, listen, the High Republic stuff is garbage. It's really not good, you guys. And if that's something that interests you, I don't understand how. It's not good. It's not good. And it's written by people who don't care about Star Wars or understand Star Wars. They just want to, put dinosaurs in it, And I'm making fun of that woman because she was like at the con where she was all like, we just wanted that representation that everybody clapped. And she's like, yeah, that's gotta clap for, and dinosaurs. And it's like, oh, fuck you. Certainly, if the Easter eggs in Andor, which referenced the prequel era, there was barely any Easter eggs in Andor. I mean, you guys, there was barely any. It was like crumbs as far as Easter eggs go. So I don't know what they're talking about. Anyways, can generate so much excitement for Star Wars fans. The Acolyte is set to be a particular treat. In fact, it seems perfect for prequel lovers interested in the fall of the Republic and Jedi Order. And the enthusiasm surrounding the show is shared by its cast and crew, too. Both actress Dafne Keen and Headland seem passionate about the project and complete with the all-star cast already confirmed. Things are only looking up for how the Acolyte will spin the galaxy far, far away and its head and offer fans a brand new point of view. The Acolyte does not yet have a release date for Disney Plus. But it doesn't matter anyways, because we're going to have to wait a long ass time, you guys. Okay, so my thoughts on this. All right, what do I think about this story? I think, listen, in all honesty, it sounds intriguing, but I have problems with Kathleen Kennedy. She's not good at her job, and I personally think that she just fucks up everything she touches when it comes to Star Wars. And if you don't agree with that, that's fine, but you're wrong. You're just wrong. I have no problem telling you you're wrong because you are. She doesn't care about Star Wars. She only cares about her agenda, the agenda. And, you can be all like, you don't like representation. I do like representation. I'm totally fine with it. The thing is, Star Wars doesn't know how to do representation right. So I have a feeling they're going to do like they did with the Moses Ingram thing this show could be good. That's the thing. This show sounds like it could be really good. The thing is, I mean, I thought Obi-Wan sounded good until it came out, and then it was garbage. Yeah, that's all I got. I'm sorry. I'm just rambling on now, but I don't know. I have reservations, but in all honesty, it does sound good. And I do appreciate that Leslie Headland is a fan of Star Wars, especially when she mentioned in this article, when she mentions RPGs, I just go, I really like that a lot because I used to play those RPGs and they're very good. They're very fun. And the expanded universe has a lot to offer that they just got rid of, and I wish they wouldn't have done it. But yeah, all right, you guys, that's all I got for you on this video. I know I rambled on there for a while. I just have a lot of thoughts in my head, and I can't get them all together. But tell me what you guys think about this story. Do you think that they can pull this show off, or do you think they're going to, again, let us down? I have no faith in them because they've already let me down with Boba Fett, Obi-Wan, and Andor. But we'll see what they do with this show. Well, you never know. It could end up being a smash hit. Let's see what happens. All right, tell me what you guys think about this. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you guys on my next Star Wars video. You guys have a good day. Bye.